She is one of the most decorated athletes in the world with 3 Olympic medals, 82 World Cup wins, 4 World Cup titles, and 8 World Championship medals. Lindsey Vonn dominated the world of skiing for almost 2 decades, and now she's joining us today to talk about taking risks, battling issues with confidence and depression, and one of her favorite plant-based foods, and also her brand new book, Rise. Please welcome my friend, Lindsey Vonn. Yeah. Statuesque beauty.
Really?
I mean, I love that she brings her own lunch.
Very on brand.
Come on in.
It's a pleasure. It's
Welcome to the Good Dish.
Thank you. So happy to be here in person. This is great.
you.
And
The high-low here is
I
really
know.
doing it for me. The
before, after.
before, after. Is this your actual lunch? I'm not from today.
I don't know. I didn't make it today. It would have probably been a lot better than what's in here today. I make a mean sandwich, mean PB&J, but
It is our sandwich show today, and you do have a tip for like the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I mean, of course, my grandma, she told me to put peanut butter on both sides. So, you know, because sometimes it gets really gross.
No
when
sogginess.
Yes, the sogginess, and you also got to cut the crust off.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
That's very
Well, we'll make sure to save this in a good
Yes.
place for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have to tell these girls, 'cause I don't think you guys know how Lindsey and I actually met. Obviously, you heard all of her incredible titles. Lindsey and I met for the first time on a ski slope.
No pressure.
So let me just lay this out for you. I had been pregnant or breastfeeding a newborn for 7 years straight at this point. So I had not been skiing for 7 years. And my first time back on the ski slope, I'm at a friend's house in Salt Lake City, and he goes, "We're gonna meet my friend Lindsey." I was like, okay, that's cool. Great. We'll see you on the slope. So we get out off this chairlift, and I'm like fumbling around getting off the chairlift. So I start going down, and all of a sudden, like this speeding bullet comes past me. And I get to the bottom, and obviously she's been there like 20 minutes waiting for us, and it's Lindsey. And needless to say, it was hugely educational.
I bet.
Hey.
And so much fun.
No, you were great.
That's
there was no
wild.
fumbling. You know what you were doing. Yes.
Wow.
We had a good time, though.
Now, I have to ask you, Lindsey, like, you've been skating since what, 2?
Yeah, two and a
mean,
half. And
how
before
is
that, my
that
backpack.
possible?
Actually was in a backpack with my dad. And that's not. I don't think that's legal anymore.
And I was
but-
getting
Things we
pace.
survive
Like,
as
you're
children.
skiing down slopes at 2.5. How is this possible, lady? Please tell me. How do you do that?
I mean, I don't know. I really loved it. You know, I had such a passion for it, and I really wasn't good in the beginning at all. My coach actually called me a turtle, but
Look at you now.
I did have the last laugh on that.
You sure did.
There you go.
I can attest.
That's amazing. I mean, you have truly blazed a trail for so many female athletes in every sport. And I mean, I have a young daughter, an 8-year-old daughter. I know that a lot of girls drop out of sports at young ages, especially their teen years. So I want to talk about, you know, how much you discuss, and obviously in your book too, building confidence in young women in sports. Like, what are the keys to pushing boundaries like you did? Because really what you have done has inspired so many young women.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I think there's a fine line between, you know, supporting kids and pushing kids. And at the same time, educate them on making the right decisions and sacrificing certain things, you know, to be good at something. Because I think that's lost. Sometimes, you know, kids are like, oh, I want to go play with my friends, and they don't understand the magnitude of the decisions that they're making, that's costing them something down the road. But again, like, I always had support from my family. I told my dad I wanted to be in the Olympics when I was 9, and he was like, sure, let's do it. Let's make a 10-year plan. So I don't know, I feel like you need a combination of support, but also education in the sense of teaching them about goals and how to get there. Mm-hmm. So for me, it was always really clear, and that's why I say, you know, teaching kids what the ramifications are for their actions. So it's not just, you know, doing things that make them happy right here in this moment.
Yeah, that's foresight, though. That takes foresight by both of you, which is sort of extraordinary to think about.
And I want to say this quote, because you talk about your dad, and I want to read this. He always used to say, if you can win this race, you'll be on a good path. And I think that's so profound on the ski slopes and in life, too. Like, that's so inspiring, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely, again, like, taught me, you know, if I can do this, I can get here.
Yeah.
You know, what are the steps to getting to where I want to go, which, you know, since I was 9, was making the Olympic team. And there were moments where it was, you know, high pressure, you know, at 12 years old, if I, he told me if I would win this race, every person that's won that particular international race went on to win World Cups.
Wow.
And so I was like, well, shoot, if I don't win this, does that mean I'm not going to win, So
It's a lot of pressure on a little girl.
But I think it was good because I got through it, I won, but it was a good lesson for me to overcome that sense of pressure. Even at a young age, I think it was still a good lesson.
Well, it's also, I think, you talk about helping kids realize that it's not about just that immediate gratification, which I think is critical for adults and for children both. But it's also about giving them the stepping stones to build that confidence. And I think that's something that you do. Rise is a beautiful collection of sort of essays of your life in terms of, or the story of your life in terms of, yes, how did you cultivate confidence? How did you overcome moments when not everyone around you believed in you and you had to be your personal cheerleader? And I think it's something that we all grapple with in our lives in some ways. Will you talk a little bit about that? Because you seem like, obviously, you're at the top of your field. Like you have accomplished so much. So it is wonderful to also hear that even along this path to greatness, there have been moments where you've had to push through challenge as well. Of course, there have.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that was kind of one of the reasons why I wrote the book is kind of go through all of my ups and downs and how I got to where I got to. And I've gone through, phases where people didn't believe in me and they put me down and they said I'd never be anything or get anywhere, or if I won, I'd never do it again. So, I have that side of it.
There was this one time you overheard your coaches in the hallway talk. What did they say?
A bunch of my coaches were discussing who is going to make the Olympic team, and they said flat out that I wasn't going to make it, and they should put all their focus on this other girl that was on the team, and they really showed zero belief in my ability whatsoever, and it crushed me. I'm 16 years old, and I'm away from home, and I rely on my coaches for support, and I wanted them to believe in me as much as I believed in myself. So I had to really, get over that and then harness it. It was really actually a motivating factor for me for many years.
That's the best message. Use that as motivation.
Beijing Olympics coming up.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that? Your first,
first Olympics on the
is there that you get
sidelines.
to just be a spectator?
At least a little bit of you that wishes you were competing?
I think I'll always be envious.
Of course.
I love adrenaline and like the speed of downhill. There's nothing quite like it. And also just being at the Olympics is such an amazing and incredible opportunity. But I'm actually in such a great place right now, and I feel, really excited to be able to cheer on my teammates, my former teammates, and also some of the women that I've been mentoring over the past few years. So I'm legitimately excited for them.
I love that. All right, very cool. Well, coming up, guys, Lindsey Vonn is sticking around to make plant-based sliders. So good, even the biggest meat eater in your life will love them. We are back with three-time Olympic medalist Lindsey Vonn. Now, Lindsey, you are from Minnesota. You've always been a meat eater, but these days you're not a vegan, but you do lead a pretty plant-based, healthy lifestyle. Why is that so important to you?
I like balance. I think balance is important, but I mainly go plant-based because of environmental reasons.
I like that. Well, it's fun actually. Now there are my mom's vegetarian. I grew up eating primarily plant-based foods. And I have to say, these days there are so many great options for foods that if you were previously a meat eater or love the taste of meat and want to have something a little healthier, a little more environmentally sustainable, you can still enjoy the satisfying bite of a burger. One of Lindsey's favorite go-to meals is plant-based sliders. So we thought we'd amp it up for today with a little gold medal sauce, a little special burger sauce, and use these lovely Beyond Meat patties.
Let's do it.
Okay, so are you a big cook? What's the deal with the kitchen?
I feel like you have so many tricks going on right now that I feel inadequate.
Well, this is pretty simple. We're going to start with making a quick sauce. I'll have you mix it, and this is all about building confidence in the kitchen.
Okay, tell me what to do, boss.
We've got mayo.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and add some garlic powder and onion powder in. So we've got 2 seasonings going in there.
Is there like a way of
No. Dump and
Dump
stir.
it all in.
Do it.
Okay.
And then we're going to add some mustard, some white wine vinegar. And how do you feel about a little sweet, a little pickle relish going in with the ketchup?
I'm not a huge pickle.
Oh, leave it
person,
out then. I'll leave
But
it out.
if it's sweet, I'll trust
It's a little
you on
sweet.
this.
It's a little
okay.
sweet.
Well, we're just gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's not
supposed
a
to
dill
use
pickle.
No, okay.
I'll
No
help you.
dill.
Trust as little as you want.
And
No
some ketchup.
rules. No rules.
No, there's
your sauce.
I mean,
You'll
little
have fun with
ketchup.
it.
Yep.
There
I
you
don't
go.
even need. See, we're keeping that spoon nice and clean.
Let's add a little
Not
salt because your seasoning is always.
All right, Lindsey.
But not too much salt.
Take it over,
that's
Lynn.
right.
We're
There you go.
We don't wanna be
sodium
puffy.
conscious over here. Sodium conscious.
I like it.
And taste it. Let's see how you like it.
Nice little whirl.
I mean, just
there.
a giant spoon.
Yes.
Just,
She goes all in.
all or nothing. I mean,
She does. She goes for the gold. I like that. Thoughts?
you think? Yeah, I'm pretty psyched on that.
Okay, good.
The pickle is, you're right. The pickle is good.
The pickle's a little texture. It has a little bit of sweetness.
In context, it really adds what it needs.
It really is. You're right.
And you're gonna.
We have something going here.
Oh well.
It's a
If
show.
I keep it up, I can have my own sauce.
Doing good, kid. You make it one of these days.
Now, as much as I enjoyed watching you eat it like soup, I'm going to show you how to finish up the burgers because they're going to be really killer here.
Okay.
So what we did was we took that that plant-based meat and then we actually added some tamari and garlic powder. And Gail, this was your tip, and I thought it was so cool.
Well, I just love that all plant-based meat, needs a little seasoning. Regular meat, needs seasoning too. You want to keep it seasoned. So a couple ways to add a little umami, punch it up, is things like tamari, garlic powder, mixed in, blended in with the meat before you form the patty.
One little tip when it comes especially to plant-based meat is you want to leave the patty a little thicker. It really smells meaty, guys. You want to leave it a little thicker. It keeps them nice and juicy. It helps to lock in that moisture. And another way we're going to lock in the moisture, we're going to throw a little slice of American cheese right on top. And to help it melt, this is a fun little cooking with fire, but not fire. I'll let you do the honors.
I don't know what we're doing
You're my
here. This seems
assistant in the
dangerous.
magician studio. I love this. Okay, squirt it.
Where?
All over.
On the burger.
On the burger?
Just not on the burger, on the griddle. Yeah, girl, make it
There
steam.
you go.
Perfect, and then cap it. Don't let the steam hit your curls because they will go away. This is Houdini stuff, and look, she's gone.
This is crazy. I don't know what's happening here. But
The steam actually
Seems
helps
awesome.
to melt the cheese. So you get a gorgeous melted, perfectly cooked burger with your juicy cheese, with a plentiful dollop of your sauce.
I don't want to.
Oh, it looks good.
Love it.
Actually, pick it up. Look at
Raise
that.
that
Just
up. Look
watch
at
your
that.
hot.
The magic.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me in the kitchen. 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and out comes our glorious-looking burgers. Want to have a bite?
I mean, yes.
Go to.
Is that really
I'll
it?
join you.
And we all have bites.
Yeah, let's
Pass it
share.
down. Pass it down.
No fun if we don't share.
And then after we take a bite, oh my gosh, wait, look at this juicy.
Wait, this is my lunch. So
Yeah, all of ours.
Oh wait,
This is
and
breakfast
there's
and lunch.
caramelized onions on here too.
I stuck some caramelized onions on there.
Sneaky little lady. Love it.
how come this doesn't taste as good as when I make it?
Now you have the sauce.
Now it will.
I have a secret sauce.
So good.
Is it rude
that
if I eat
sauce,
the whole
guys.
thing on TV?
No, hell no, we're eating right now.
No,
That's
you
why we're here.
We're not fake eaters on this
We
show.
invite you back when you eat all of our food. Yes, that's how we do it.
I am so thankful that you're not fake eaters.
we're not
That
fake
is
eaters.
great. I love it. No.
So, but talk to me, because this tastes
it's
delicious.
actually really good.
Talk to me about Beyond Meat. How'd you get involved with them?
I mean, for environmental reasons, honestly. And I met Ethan, who started the company. And I just think what he's doing is amazing, and obviously it tastes good. First of all, I've never get involved in any company or anything that I don't 100% believe in or
And
enjoy
using your own
myself.
life.
Yeah, so this is a game changer for me. And I also, I'm working with Just Eggs.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Plant-based
cool.
all around.
Yeah, yeah.
So my scrambled eggs are way easier now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like the expiration date, I don't have to look.
There you go.
We're good.
Now I have to ask you this. We're doing Beyond Meat, but you literally have a cow, like a living, breathing. Like
You own cows. Like as pets?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Picture of you and a cow. What is this?
That's a look.
cute.
I named that one Winnie after my physical therapist, Lindsey Vonn. I have multiple names, so I have multiple cows. The first one I got was Olympi. I didn't name her. That's just because it was an Olympic year, so Olympi, get it?
Right. Get
But
it?
she came to me pregnant,
Oh.
so it was a 2-for-1 situation.
Yeah.
And then they had many children, and I, named them after my family members, and they may not be super happy with that.
I think it's an honor. But
I
can
would
you
be honored.
explain to me, you were buying these cows, you were winning these cows? Like what, how is it? How
It was
size? How does that work?
It was not supposed to be anything. It was actually like a publicity stunt, and I was supposed to get there was a cow actually in the finish area, and then it was like I won, and they were supposed to give me a check, and I was like, I don't want the check. I wanted the cow. Like you said, I got the cow. I actually tried to win the race for the cow.
Wow.
That was your incentive.
That was my incentive. I saw him in the finish, and I was like, that's gonna be my cow,
Hey.
and I got him.
But the great thing is you're saving cows, you're saving the
Saving
planet,
cows.
eating
Yeah.
plant-based. So
I
now
know.
look at you,
There's,
multifaceted.
there's so much range,
Yeah,
Just
really.
Layers and layers to this lady.
So many layers.
friends all around
Giant
the globe.
onion.
I love it. pickles, onions. We got the sauce. We got the burger. It was delicious. Thank you so much for being here.
Still eating.
And she's still eating.
No,
And
as you should.
congratulations. Guys, Lindsey's inspiring new book, Rise, is available anywhere books are sold. It's incredible as this lovely lady here.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.